In a rural area layered with ancient earth, an amateur archaeologist and metal detectorist known as Patrice T embarked on a journey in search of historic artifacts. His collection, which had grown to over 27,000 treasures, seemed poised to bring him fortune. However, Patrice's activities took a nefarious turn as he allegedly looted these buried relics for personal gain. Patrice's journey as a detectorist began in 1993, and he claimed to have found thousands of coins from the 3rd and 4th centuries without any digging, raising suspicions about the authenticity of his discoveries. Under French law, using metal detectors for artifact hunting is illegal. Despite the dubious nature of his finds, Patrice's reputation as a treasure hunter grew. He boasted of discovering 500 artifacts in the Lorraine region in a 2015 interview. However, his career took a drastic turn in October 2019 when he moved to Belgium and acquired a plot of land with an apple orchard near Brussels. While working on the land, Patrice's metal detector led him to another cache of valuable coins, which he promptly reported to the Belgian Agency for Immovable Heritage. Officials were astounded by the discovery of 14,154 Roman coins, likely from the 3rd century, buried in the orchard. The coins contained a high silver content, reflecting the monetary devaluation of the era. However, suspicions arose about the authenticity and origin of these coins. Roman coins of this nature were rare in Belgium, prompting further investigation. It was revealed that Patrice had an extensive collection of artifacts, including jewelry from the Bronze and Iron Ages, Roman coins, statue fragments, and Renaissance-era items spread across his property and his mother's. Patrice's activities had drawn the attention of both Belgian and French authorities. His vast collection raised questions about the legality of his actions and the authenticity of his finds. His promising looting career had come to a disappointing end, with his freedom and fate hanging in the balance. In the midst of excavations spanning from the Middle Ages, one particularly intriguing discovery emerged: an ancient Roman artifact known as a Doic cadran. Crafted from copper and featuring 12 sides, these enigmatic objects have baffled historians due to their unknown purpose, speculated to be related to measurement or combat. Remarkably, only around 100 of these artifacts have been unearthed throughout history. Coupled with the Roman coins reported in October 2019, the combined value of these finds is estimated at approximately $772,500. Patrice found himself in possession of a substantial fortune in looted treasures. However, his ill-gotten gains would never materialize into wealth. The unraveling of this story began even before French authorities fully comprehended the extent of Patrice's treasure trove. While investigating the 2 sites in Goulam, researchers soon realized that Patrice's claims about the initial coin discovery were implausible. The coins could not have originated from his own land due to the geological layers in which they were found. These layers indicated a time frame more than 1,000 years after the Roman era. It was highly improbable that 14,000 Roman coins could have appeared in such a manner. So, where did these artifacts truly come from? The answer to this mystery lies in the differing regulations governing metal detecting between France and Belgium. In Patrice's native France, metal detecting is generally prohibited, except for scientific purposes. Additionally, any significant finds are considered property of the government. For Patrice, who had amassed a substantial collection of artifacts, these laws posed a significant obstacle. However, just across the border in Belgium, the approach to metal detecting is distinct. While it was banned until 2016, the government shifted its policy to allow amateur excavations under specific conditions. Metal detectorists are permitted to dig in previously disturbed soil and must report any discoveries. When Patrice contacted the Belgian authorities to declare his find, he appeared to be adhering to the regulations. Yet, the story took a twist as investigators delved deeper into the situation. There exists a crucial distinction between Belgian and French metal detecting laws. In regions like Goulam, metal detectorists operating on their private property have the right to retain their discoveries. Patrice appeared to stand on the precipice of immense wealth from the artifacts, he claimed to have uncovered on his land. However, as authorities probed the situation, Patrice's narrative began to unravel. Firstly, it was revealed that the artifacts were far too ancient to have originated from a soil layer dating after the Middle Ages. Subsequently, the vast extent of the detectorist's collection came to light, spanning 2 homes in France. The unfolding mystery begged the question: what was the true story behind these discoveries? In December 2020, French authorities raised suspicions about Patrice's claims regarding the origin of his Roman coins. Evidence strongly suggested that these valuable artifacts were not discovered at Goulam, as Patrice had maintained, but were likely excavated illegally in various locations in France. Patrice's predicament was clear. He couldn't declare or sell the loot without admitting to breaking the law. Authorities suspected that Patrice had exploited differences in French and Belgian metal detecting regulations to build his collection. While the specifics of his activities remain unclear, it is believed he engaged in the illegal looting of historical sites in France, later attempting to pass off these artifacts as legally found on his property in Goulam, presumably in the hope of retaining ownership. However, authorities exposed this scheme. Patrice now faces severe consequences for his alleged crimes, far beyond a mere reprimand. French Economy Minister Bruno Le Maire underscored the importance of the investigation, as it led to the seizure of a priceless archaeological treasure. Potential penalties include imprisonment and substantial customs fees, totaling hundreds of thousands of euros. This case serves as a stern warning to those who plunder our shared heritage and erase significant portions of history for personal gain. Despite authorities' disapproval of Patrice's illicit activities, some begrudgingly acknowledge his skill as a detectorist, with The Guardian even dubbing him one of the most prolific archaeological looters in European history. He awaits the outcome of his criminal trial, but it is unlikely that this ambitious treasure hunter will ever profit from his million-dollar hoard. Patrice's case is not isolated, as there have been other instances of detectorists attempting to bypass regulations when dealing with historical finds. In a 2015 case, 2 amateur treasure hunters found a cache of valuable artifacts in Hertfordshire, England. They failed to report their discovery to authorities, instead attempting to sell the artifacts on the black market. Their actions resulted in a 10-year prison sentence for one of the individuals, who was not only guilty of theft from the landowner, but also of depriving the public of access to these historical items. Similar ethical issues seem to have played a role in Patrice's case, leaving the question of how many more priceless treasures remain hidden in homes worldwide due to detectorists operating outside the boundaries of the law unanswered. Subscribe and press the bell icon for regular updates.